We are on the last slide of the tutorial here. We're going to go ahead and go to that third slide and decrease the size of each one of those objects to a 1 by 1. So when you go back over there, select the first one and then format. Hopefully you remember this. And then now over here, instead of using the down button, because that might take a while, I'm just going to select it and choose the 1, select the bottom one, choose the 1 and hit enter. All right, you guys go ahead and do them for the other two. So as you can see, I already did mine. So when you're done, yours should look like mine. All three objects are 1 by 1s now. Okay, so we're going to drag one of the shapes so that it is about halfway down the slide. Doesn't matter which one. So I'm just going to take this middle one here and I'm going to go about halfway down the slide there. Okay, now we're going to align the shapes to each other. This is what I was talking about in the last slide where I was trying to explain the difference between aligning to the slide versus aligning to each other. So this time we're going to align the shapes to each other and we're going to start off by aligning them left. So, you know what, do me a favor and just make sure these don't look like they're exactly the same position. Make one of them slightly lower than the other. Okay, so we're going to select all the shapes. I'm just going to hit Control A. And I'm going to come over here to align. Now this time we're going to hit align selected objects. So when we align them, they're not being aligned to the slide this time, they're actually being aligned to each other. So I hit align selected objects and first we're going to align them to the left. So basically what that means is whatever the leftmost object is, so in this case it's this one, the other two will align up to the left of that object. So I'm going to go ahead and hit align left. And you'll notice that they're not evenly distributed because we haven't done that part yet. So it didn't change their shape, they didn't change their position vertically at all. It just aligned them to the left. So now we need to spread those out evenly. So the last step here is to distribute them vertically. And that is going to make it so they are each spaced out evenly from the top one to the bottom one, not along the whole slide, but it's going to evenly distribute them, the top, the bottom, and everything in between. So again, when you go back to align, make sure you're still on align selected options or objects, excuse me, and this time select distribute vertically. And there you have it. Sorry guys, I decided to add on 2 steps at the end here. So I'm going to have you group the objects and then I'm going to have you align them to the center middle of the slide. So come back to PowerPoint. If they're not selected, go ahead and hit Control A to select them all. Format, group, and then we're going to go to align. Now this time we are aligning to the slide. It's automatically selected for me because now we don't have individual objects. So they took that away. We're aligned to the slide and we're going to align center. So that's going to take it there center, but notice it's not in the middle of the slide. So when you choose center, that took it horizontally to the center. And now we're going to align it to the middle, which will align it up vertically in the middle of the slide. So align middle. And there we go. Okay, this time, I promise, that is it for the slide and it for the activity. Good work, guys.